Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Wednesday, July 18th, 2018. Fire potential impacts for the next few days include very hot, dry, and breezy conditions across the northern two-thirds of the Great Basin, with particularly hot temperatures over western Nevada and very low relative humidities, and some breezy winds, especially over Idaho for today. Some of the hot temperatures and breezy winds will continue into tomorrow, although we'll see thunderstorms increasing in coverage across central Utah. And then by Friday, those thunderstorms will push further north into northern Utah and northeast Nevada. Some good storms developed yesterday afternoon, mainly across the southern and eastern Great Basin, producing some precipitation in some areas upward of an inch across the far south. Current fire activity is shown on this map, with new initial attack fires popping up across the geographic area. A lightning bust that moved through southwest Idaho Monday night has resulted in quite a few new fires in that area, and a few of them are becoming quite large. ERCs remain fairly low across the south and the far north, with ERCs below the 50th and 80th percentile across northern Utah and southwest Idaho. These values will be on the rise over the next few days as hot temperatures and dry conditions persist in those areas. Taking a closer look at the trends over southwest Idaho, those values are near normal for the time of year and bumping up on the 80th percentile. And across central Utah, while ERCs have come down from the maximums observed earlier this month, they're still sitting near normal for the time of year. This morning's satellite imagery shows a broad high-pressure system in place over the Great Basin. This is contributing to extreme heat across much of the geographic area. And we can also see moisture in place across the southern Great Basin as that shortwave feature moves east into Southern California. This moisture will kick off another round of thunderstorms, mainly across the southern third to quarter of the geographic area, but we'll see that moisture move further northward over the next few days. For this afternoon, continued dry air remains in place over western and northern Great Basin, with a better chance for thunderstorms across the south. Low relative humidities in the single digits are expected across northern and western Nevada and in some parts of far southwest Idaho. Wind gusts will be up to 25 to 30 miles an hour over mainly eastern Idaho this afternoon, with gusty outflow winds near any thunderstorms that develop. On Thursday, the moisture moves a little bit further northward for a better chance of thunderstorms, mainly across the southern and maybe a little bit into the central portion of the Great Basin, with dry conditions continuing across the north. Relative humidities remain in the single digits across northern Nevada and southwest Idaho. Winds lighten up a bit over eastern Idaho, but gusty outflow winds should certainly be expected over central and southern Great Basin. On Friday, we'll really see that moisture push a little bit further northward into northeast Nevada and northwest Utah. High-risk triggers have been issued in these areas for some of those mix of wet and dry thunderstorms. Thunderstorm coverage is shown here with mainly thunderstorms over Utah and Nevada on Friday. And the winds will remain generally light across the geographic area underneath the high-pressure system, except for gusty outflow winds associated with any thunderstorms. 3-day precipitation accumulations are shown here, with the best chance over the southern Utah mountains, with possibly a quarter to a half an inch possible there, lighter amounts further north. On Saturday, a little bit of that moisture is quickly swept up into southeast Idaho and western Wyoming for a chance of some thunderstorms there, and we'll see some drying move back into northeast Nevada. By Sunday, another little surge of moisture moves up into central and eastern Nevada and northern Utah for another round of thunderstorms. And then on Monday, into the first part of next week, high pressure centers a little bit more over the Great Basin for decreasing thunderstorm coverage and continued very hot temperatures. The 7-day precipitation totals are shown here. In the first 3 days, we see the precipitation centered over the southern Great Basin, and days 4 to 5, we'll see some of that moisture move a little bit further northward into northern Utah and western Wyoming. Northwest Nevada and southwest Idaho still remain dry in the forecast period. The forecast from the Climate Prediction Center for the week of July 25th is calling for above normal temperatures, particularly over western Nevada, and below normal precipitation region-wide. This concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.